Kentucky is doing well in football recruiting. Have you been following along? Subscribe to the channel before the news. D'Jarian DJ Miller's commitment to the Kentucky Wildcats marks a significant moment for Mark Stoops' football program. In a season marked by challenges and opportunities, the arrival of this four-star recruit not only reinforces the quality of the 2025 class, but also demonstrates the coaching staff's ability to react quickly to adversity. After losing wide receiver Ja'Caden Ferguson, whose departure from the program created a worrying void, Stoops and his staff acted with strategic efficiency. Choosing Miller as a priority target reflects a close look at the team's needs, especially with stars like Dane Key and Barion Brown likely to leave for the NFL draft. This move was not just a replacement. It was an affirmation that Kentucky remains competitive even under pressure. Miller is a highly promising prospect. He combines physicality with versatility that perfectly aligns with the demands of the Wildcats' offense. His ability to adapt to different roles on the field will be a valuable asset for an offense that needs to constantly reinvent itself. That adaptability is crucial given the demands of the competitive SEC and the adjustments needed to address the departure of key players. The competition for Miller was not easy, which makes his commitment all the more significant. The Illinois native was courted by top programs like Michigan, Oregon, and Tennessee, and had offers from schools like USC, Texas A&M, and UCLA. Choosing Kentucky over so many options not only reinforces the program's confidence, but also highlights the appeal Stoops and his staff have in building solid relationships with recruits. Ranked the 183rd best overall prospect in the class of 2025 by Rivals, Miller is much more than just a technical addition. He is a symbol of what the program strives to represent: determination, long-term vision, and the ability to compete on equal footing with the powerhouses of college football. Kentucky didn't just secure a talented player, it secured a commitment to the future. As the 2025 recruiting campaign continues, the Wildcats have shown they are willing to fight for every talent available. The loss of Ferguson was a blow, but the coaching staff's quick response demonstrates a resilient and adaptable mindset. Miller's commitment is a win that goes beyond numbers or rankings. It's a reminder that Kentucky is building something bigger, piece by piece. The future holds surprises, and it will be interesting to see what other talents join the program. But for now, Mark Stoops and his staff can celebrate an accomplishment that reaffirms Kentucky as a great place to work. Let's move on. Mark Stoops' decision to name Cutter Boley the starting quarterback for the Governor's Cup game against Louisville marks a pivotal moment for the Kentucky Wildcats in a turbulent season. Despite a 4-7 record, there is reason for optimism in Lexington, especially with the emergence of a young homegrown talent who promises to be a centerpiece of the team's future. The path that led Boley to this opportunity began in the last matchup against the Texas Longhorns, a game that highlighted the limitations of the offense under Brock Vandagriff. While the veteran QB started with a flash of potential by connecting for a touchdown with Josh Caddis in the second quarter, his overall performance was underwhelming. Vandagriff completed just 3 of 7 passes for 51 yards and threw a costly interception. The offensive line, which has struggled all season, also failed to provide enough support, exposing the QB to relentless pressure and compromising any attempt to establish a rhythm. Boley's introduction in the second half changed the dynamic. While the end result was yet another loss, the Wildcats found something more valuable than a simple victory: hope. Boley completed 10 of 18 passes for 160 yards, displaying a combination of composure and skill rarely seen in a freshman. Even against a relentless defense that forced him out of the pocket and tackled him 5 times, he displayed grit and a promising ability to throw on the run. His late interception was less a mistake and more a desperate attempt to convert a near-impossible situation, a calculated risk that didn't detract from the overall brilliance of his performance. What's more, The fluidity he brought to the offense was a stark contrast to Van de Graaff's struggles. Boli not only moved the ball more efficiently, but he also instilled palpable confidence in the team. Now, with the Governor's Cup looming, Boli faces an even greater challenge. Louisville, a historic rival, will be a formidable opponent, especially with Commonwealth pride on the line. However, Stoops' decision to take a chance on a homegrown talent underscores a commitment to the future and rebuilding an offensive identity for Kentucky. As a native of the Bluegrass, Boli carries not only the hopes of his teammates, but also the weight of expectations from a passionate fan base. While the Wildcats are out of the running for a bowl game this season, this game represents more than just a state rivalry. It's an opportunity to set the tone for 2025, with Boli leading the way. His performance against Louisville will be indicative of his ability to thrive under pressure and establish himself as the future of the program. Mark Stoops, known for his ability to develop talent, appears to have found his next star. Does he have potential? Let me hear your thoughts.